This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we continue our tour of the best, most competitive, most vile, most revolting decks in the 2022 meta, and I don't think we could get far without talking about Mono White. Mono White aggro, there. Guys, this thing is hard. All right, it's hard to make sure you hit the right button to be on the right scene with your camera in just the right place every single time, like an absolute pro. That's why that's why my streak is so insane and memorable and important. Anyway, Mono White. The Mono White deck has a lot of the cards that you've seen before, and they are just raw power. So I'm going to start with those. Usher of the Fallen. It didn't even always make the cut in the previous Mono White build. Luminarch Aspirant, amazing card. Skyclave Apparition, Elite Spellbinder, excellent 3-drops, and Faceless Haven, a very excellent beatdown machine. But Mono White lost a lot coming to 2022 Standard, because the 1-drops actually made it... It's kind of hard to explain what the 1-drops did for the deck, but I'll do my best. Selfless Savior, Alseed of Life's Bounty, and Seasoned Hollowblade, like those 3 cards made sure that you had a threat that was not easy to kill. And when you have a threat that's not easy to kill, cards like Sky Maul and Sparring Regimen get a lot better. Cards like Elite Spellbinder get a lot better because you can take that very specific removal spell, and it just keeps the aggression intact. Whereas if you replace those with, say, I don't know, a Loyal Warhound or a Battlefield Raptor, what you end up having is creatures that aren't very relevant on the battlefield and creatures that just die to the spot removal spell and leave you without your Sky Maul attached to anything. So it makes cards like Sky Maul worse. So Mono White did require a facelift for 2022, but it does have the cards to do it. And it needed to go low. It needs to be able to multi-spell through the early turns of the game and get some of the many benefits that are offered right now in the white cards of casting 2 spells in the same turn. Those cards are Code Spell Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, if it's the second spell you cast, put a counter on a creature, also a 1/1 with Vigilance. Monk of the Open Hand, 1 white for 1/1. Whenever you cast your second spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Monk of the Open Hand. And Clarion Spirit, whenever you cast your second spell, create a 1/1. So now, instead of a Voltron or Boggles, they may have called it, type approach, where you try to get one creature to be very, very large and intimidating with first strike and flying from like a Sky Maul or +1/+1 counters from a Sparring Regimen. Now what you're trying to do is go really wide and overwhelm the opponent and make them have sweepers, and then even if they do have sweepers, you come back at them with either some value plays or you come at them with the Faceless Havens and the Frost Dragons. This deck gets to run Paladin class, which is a new card, and this says spells your opponents cast during your turn cost 1 more. Great against removal from the Prismari Dragon deck. Great against counter spells, of course. Level 2, though, is where it's at. 2 and a white. Creatures you control get +1/+1. It's an Anthem that costs you 4 overall, yes, but only 1 the turn that you play it, and that's important because you need to double spell so often to make your cards good. So you pay the 1 for Paladin class early to get that second spell, and then later you buff that huge wide board that you made, give all your creatures +1/+1. The level 3 does sometimes come in very handy. You can give, say, a flying 1/1 spirit a huge bonus and just end the game. It says whenever you attack until end of turn, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. And this level is 5 mana, so it's hard to get to, but it can be a finisher. Oftentimes you'll have a board of some code spells and some ushers and some tokens they made and an aspirant, a Clarion Spirit, and 1 little flyer. But if you can buff that 1 little flyer to the moon with Paladin class and the opponent can't block it, maybe that ends the game. So what else do we have over here? The 3-drops are still bonkers. You still want them, but you can't overload on 3-drops anymore because 1 removal spell just destroys your whole strategy now that you don't have Selfless Savior and Alseed of Life's Bounty to protect. So we keep just the value ones, Skyclave Apparition, Elite Spellbinder, excellent 3-drops, but no longer what the deck is all about. And then we have Legion Angel for a great value Angel Army threat coming out of the sideboard, and we have one Grandmaster of Flowers. This deck isn't built around Grandmaster of Flowers. This is a card that I still really believe in, but I think is in a bad place in the meta because of the dragons. The dragons fly over and kill this way too easily for my taste. But our deck already has 4 copies of Monk of the Open Hand because we wanted the 1-drops and the synergy. So we may as well have a Grandmaster of Flowers to fetch up more of them in the mid game, because I think this card might still be able to take over games as long as it doesn't get completely clowned by the dragon. This deck also puts on so much pressure that maybe attacking the Grandmaster of Flowers is what helps us finish the job. So, card makes the cut. So does 2 copies of Portable Hole. They're not great in every matchup, but we need the double spelling, and in the matchups where they are great, they're really great, and it can help you snowball that on the play advantage to a quick victory. Also, it's not like you never have any targets. As long as your Skyclave Apparition hits something, your Portable Hole can always come down and hit the token from the dead apparition that this leaves behind. And in this deck, Portable Hole is almost never a dead spell because you can just use it to trigger some of your double spell things. Like, you can just play it with no target to make a spirit if you really, really have that bad of a time with the Portable Hole. So for that reason, you could also try 4. I think there are metas where you would run 4. I'm just really wary about it. But Cave of the Frost Dragon also lives in the mana base to give you some flying threats out of the mana base, and I think 2 is a good number. All right, I have introduced the deck. I have done the things. I've got 350 gold. I think it's time, guys, to get a... We took away the cosmetic dedication to members, mostly because I didn't want to make every video about looking up and talking about every member, and I try to make it in specific videos. Like yesterday's video, we shouted out a group of members. I'm still working with exactly what that is, but maybe just for the style points, we're going to pick up a little cosmetic here today. Usha has been waiting, and now is Usha's time. All right, let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. So I am aware that there is a bit of an echo in the way that I've laid out the room now that wasn't there before. And I'm going to look at some sound panels, probably find a way to work on that. This is an awkward hand because I don't have a great 1-drop, and I'm not sure if I should just play out the Cleric, quite honestly. I think I should save it. I think I should save it to go with the Spirit after the Spellbinder, but how much damage do we lose out with there? 3? We lose out on 3 damage to get a slightly larger creature, and to make sure we have a future double spell? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Of course, 3 damage does require that the opponent doesn't play a Jaspera Sentinel and just block us for days. Magic is fun. Magic is cool. I think we've got to have this on the field ASAP. Spellbinder looking awkward here. Okay, tap land do nothing wouldn't hurt me. This is the regrowth land. That's weird. I think we just get rid of this since they didn't actually use it. We could also take their 3-drop with Elite, but if they have 2-drop into 1-drop, we get punished. I'm going like this. We'll get Elite later. This is where Portable Hole looks nice. Get in my hole. Now, if they have a powerful 3-drop and they just gum up the board, that could be a problem. Woodland Chasm. Finn the Fangbearer. What is going on? Let's look. What's going on? Outrider. Outrider. Elves. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'll take the card advantage card, and we're going to try to smork our way through the air. This Finn is a stop sign. This is not the worst 1/3 death touch in the world. Poet's Quill. You're gonna write me a memoir? You're gonna suit Finn up here? You can try to race? I guess you only have 1 black. Man, their hand is one of the more awkward ones I've ever seen. What do you think? Do we just try to finish them? We're flooding really badly. Their turns get better and better as time goes by. If they trade here, then our future attacks become very good. These are just 3/2s. This is a 3/2. Like, everything works with it. Our Code Spell Cleric finally dealt a damage. Uh-oh. That's a really good 2-drop to draw because of the lifelink. Okay. Gosh. Could we draw worse? I don't know. Lifelink means we have to attack like this. Yeah, they're dead in the air, so they have to attack. If we take it, they go up to 7. They have 1 block here, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just take it. As long as we don't block there, we win. Nice. I believe this means we're facing world champion Huey Jensen, which, I mean, defending rank 69 couldn't be harder. I don't like being on the draw with this hand, but the Skyclave Apparition kind of shifts it for me, where at least we have a removal spell. When you're on the draw, those are premium. Luminarch. Paladin class a turn late, but probably just a late game play in this matchup anyway. Let's get our own Luminarch on the field and get it growing. The Legion Angel might be a game breaker. A lot of card advantage there. Youthful Valkyrie, okay. This card is frustrating when the angels start coming out. I think we have to Skyclave App something. Is it the Aspirant or is it the Valkyrie? I think it's the Aspirant. Alright, no Fiera's Retribution, please. Non-token is a pretty tough line of text on Skyclave Apparition when the angel tokens come out to play. Ooh! Alright. That's what we call trouble. Opponent's staying aggressive. We could take out the Retribution, and then this thing doesn't become a removal spell. I guess we have to do that? I offer you this Luminarch. Okay. This is not ideal, but we can't have this angel picking off our creatures. The vigilance alone shuts down my other apparitions from ever attacking. Okay, apps on apps. Bye-bye Aspirant. That's gonna sting. Another Paladin class doesn't help us too much other than making a Spirit, which we're gonna need to block at some point. But I think right now we'll get the Legion Angel down and try to trade. If there are removal spells, we're in a very bad spot, but it is what it is. Valkyrie, okay. Well, that makes this a big problem. And a Vanishing Verse. That's... yeah, that's game. That is game. What could we draw that brings us back from that? A Portable Hole? Yeah, actually Portable Hole does it. We didn't get it, though. So we needed, like, to be able to play Clarion Spirit and Portable Hole, take out the Angel, and then we're in the game. As it is right now, we are a mana short of Clarion plus Spellbinder, which also would have kept us in it. If we play this, we just die. Make a 1/1 block, 2/2 dead. Alright. That sucks. That was close. We didn't quite get it. They let me look at this rank a little longer. Nice. All right, good curve. Let's rock and roll. We get to do lots of things. If you recognize me, send the purple love. But you don't need to also spam me with other emotes. Let's play the game. Come on now. Come on now. Looks like we might get to fight dragons. You wouldn't want to wake the dragon, would you? Oh, hi. What you doing, big fella? Hey, dragon? You wanna play with the one invested one? Okay. Opponent says go. Guess they might use a removal spell here. Let's go see what they do. I'm definitely going for the Spellbinder. Yeah, they go for the Frostbite. Alright, where's your dragon? There's a dragon? That's a counterspell, that's an iteration, that's an epiphany. Well, we can kind of exile the epiphany from the game forever, because it's going to be very hard to cast. We don't have a removal spell, though, for Galazeth, and that's a big problem. So I think I'm just taking Galazeth here. Opponent will probably play land and pass. Oh, they go for the iteration. Okay. Well, then they're not holding up a counterspell. I guess holding up counterspell looks pretty bad when we could power up Haven and attack. Another Frostbite. And they just fire that sucker off. Ouch. Okay. Oh, okay. Now you're just emote spamming. Shut up. Nobody wanted to talk to you anyway. Alright, so they can't saw it coming. Do you think they realize that? Let's find out. Yep. Good choice. Alright, now they have mana for Saw It Coming. So we just won't give it to him. You get nothing, Jon Snow. You got Paladin classed. Alright, you want... They're probably emote spamming. Let's go for it. We'll let them have one more. But seriously, you wore out that welcome. Make me mute you. And I thought we were friends. Paladin class. It's good against the dragons, baby. Oh, baby, baby. So many land, but it's hard to turn down Usher of the Fallen bit. It's just... On the play, this card can do work. Wake up, big red dragon, wake up.
Well, thief, I smell you. Feel your breath.
Animated Hobbit? Anybody? Anyone?
Revenge!
Oh man. So, what do we do here? Facing mountain, we could double spell these, or we could get the Clarion Spirit and then get a 1/1 next turn. Or we could make a 1/1 here and slow roll. Crush the Weak would be a bit devastating. This is the most damage, though. Let's attack first. Let's focus on the damage. I think there's a chance our Clarion Spirit just doesn't get triggered after this because we just we've drawn too many lands to double spell too much. All right. First removal spell, check. So let's make 1/1 here instead of playing the Spirit so that we can potentially double spell in the future. Play a little ramp creature, maybe a little Magda? Innkeeper. Ooh. I don't like that. Oh, there's the Magda. Alright. I don't like the Innkeeper either. So I need to hold one of these for future turn. I guess it... I guess it could be the spirit. Because what you want to do is double spell, so we need to draw another spell with either the spirit or the monk. We could play the spirit and the monk and attack, but then nothing goes in the hole. Maybe we attack first. Am I willing to trade both of these? No, I definitely want to put something in the hole. Whoa, okay, this is going too far. The question is, what should it be? And I think it should be the innkeeper, because this gains life. And we attack and we boast later. Also, the Magda has to attack to generate the treasure. And that can mean, like, if they attack, they make a treasure, but we just kill it with a 1/1. All right, Chariot's good. Really good. 10 life. How are we going to finish this job? Paladin class is a great way to do it. A really great way to do it. Do we want to play Paladin class and grow the squad? And attack with everything? They could power up the Chariot to eat one thing. But then they block something else. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7? Yeah, they go pretty low. Power up Chariot block is... It's an option. I think it's the one that gives us the best chance of pulling this off somehow. Because down to 3... That's pretty low. Dragonkin Berserker is a first striker. That's a problem. Sentinel. Okay. Looks like trouble. So what's this do? Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. Okay. For each other attacking creature, though. But double strike. Double strike's good. Let's see, this is an easy block. If we attack with this and give it double strike, 4/4 double strike, then the opponent can attack back with the Dragonkin and keep it and make a 5/5, which is really bad. If we attack with this, it becomes a 3/3 double strike. They could block it with the Chariot, but it's a trade. Oh, each other attacking creature. Still a trade, though. Still a trade. With the Chariot. They got rid of their reach creature. They're gonna make a flyer, though. And now their Chariot can copy the dragon, which is terrifying. So we've got to get this dragon off the field. It would be nice to draw another portable hole. All right. Well, we can double spell each other attacking creature. So this, as a 3/3 double strike, trades with anything. So they'll probably jump it. So we go for it. If we attack with these, the opponent can eat one. What do they do about the other one? I guess it's a trade. And we do want to keep them from powering up the Chariot next turn. So it's a double attack. They could go to 1. Whoa. Okay, now they're chumping with one of these. Oh, I think they missed that their life total's so low. Now they have to chump with one of those instead of chumping with a cat. That's a big mistake. We got rid of the dragon. They kept the Chariot. Yeah, that's an oops. So So we didn't do this before combat just to keep our next play a secret and maybe make them value their blocks differently. It didn't matter whether the monk had another counter or not. Gnarled Professor for a mascot exhibition. But just the 2/2 alone in the air is going to do it. And we got there. 68. 2 paladin classes and a portable hole. I mean, there are matchups where this is a good hand. Is our opponent running dragons or counter spells? They have Demir's sleeves. We're going for it. The weird thing is the portable hole isn't as good in the matchups where paladin class is good. So we have kind of a lame hand, but with some playable strengths against both archetypes, control and aggro. And when we finally get our angels going, there will be lots of things going on with them. Fireblade Charger. Aggro it is. I think we'll wait and see their 2-drop before we play. Well, I really want to use the Paladin class next turn. Alright. I mean, this might not be the best use of resources, but it's the best use of mana. And I'm hoping that the Legion Angel will create a ton of resources. Yep, they've got a good 2-drop too, so we might regret that. We'll see. Oh, that's a draw. Flame Skull and 2 Bandit Lords, and these do stack. It says they cost 5 only because it's my turn and there's a Paladin class on the field. The Flame Skulls at least can't block. What we're going to have to figure out is how aggressive we can be. Against goblins, usually the answer is not very, but against Flame Skull, we should be aggressive. We don't want to get on the defensive against it. No attack, see? They're conserving their creatures. So do we Legion Angel or do we start growing our creatures? I think growing the creatures is going to be pretty epic. And if I hadn't drawn this Usher, I wouldn't want to even consider growing the creatures, but that's what we're going to do. Flame Skull can't block, so we want to put them on the defensive. So, deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control to any target. Alright, that's 1. And everybody's hasty. They make some critters. We trade here. That was a really... Like, that other battle cry drop. That goblin was an insane draw. Like, that's nuts. So double strike, does it get it done? Not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we block here, and then we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to block now. I did not anticipate the second Battlecry Goblin. I guess any 2-drop, they could have made that happen. I think I just underestimated the goblins entirely here. But let's see what happens. We've got some good blockers for them. We're very close to double strike win, right? Like this would go to 6 and then 12 plus 4 is 16. Yeah. If we get out of this with both creatures, we win. They have to force lethal, and they see it. Wait, they just have lethal? God, I forgot how these cards worked. Why did they tank so long? Oh, wrecked. Alright, that card is sick. I have to remember that Pack Tactics has more text. That card is disgusting. I got punished for the turn 1 portable hole, or the turn 2 portable hole. Really punished me. It's weird, but I think I would have rather been on the draw that game, just so that the portable hole hit the card that mattered. But of course they drew another one, so it didn't matter overall. You know, I'm happy I lost that game. I'm happy that mono red can still surprise me. I was scared that there'd just be no mono red in the future, and I wouldn't have a good nemesis to kind of spar with. Now when I play the goblins, I have to respect it. 2 code spell clerics. Oh, look at the 1-drops. Why did it have to be on the draw? It's such a perfect hand on the play with all these 1-drops. Oh well. We'll get over it. So I could have played Monk, right? And then next turn, Cleric, and it's just Epic Monk, Giga Monk. But I think this is fine. That's a lot of power for... That's a lot of power on turn 2. We're up to 6 power on turn 2. Our opponent has a Mammoth. This will go to a 3. We can get this to a 2. So I think we just start boosting the flyer. Because getting this in there doesn't really matter to me. I do want to force 6, so I'm just going to attack all. The opponent will take this block, I think, which I think they would trade if we didn't do that, and I just want the damage. Yep, they're going strong. We're drawing lands. Are we brick-walled? So they can power up Chariot and eat a 3/3. So I guess we're just Sky Force now. Man, I've had one of those days where I'm drawing all the land, but the opponent's holding back. They're afraid to attack. And next turn, the Caves of the Frost Dragon come online. So I think this should be the Troll. The Chariot at least costs mana to activate. Man, I feel like our offensive efforts really petered out there. This is where a Paladin class on level 2 would be so nice. All right, our opponent's got the class. They've got the Ranger class. And they've got the Reach creature. Can they find a way to boost its power? They move to level 2, but you have to attack with it. They need a way to untap it. Caca. Would you like to chump? No chumps. All right, they need another Sentinel. Or they need to fight and kill something. They have another Sentinel. How dare they stay alive? How dare they make this difficult? Okay, sounds like a trap. They left all that mana open. It could be an inscription. It could be an inscription. I think we find out. I think we go for this. Because they could have activated their Ranger class, so it's just an obvious tell that they have something. They have a Veil. They can still pay for it, too. So I guess we take the Troll. And we don't attack because of the Veil. And next turn, we can send the Dragon and the 2/2 and the 3/1, and they need another way to block an airborne creature. Okay, they didn't activate class to give themselves like a chance to top deck another one, so I guess that's just game. Caca. What a sweetheart. Foggy Angel. $74. All right. I have win traded here for a while. Can we pick up 2 in a row and see if we can push this rank a little higher? Although last time I got a rank at 72, it only moved 4 places, so it might be impossible. On the play, that's pretty sweet. Usha. Yeah. Man, I'm drawing a lot of land today in my 24 lander. I think it's a 24 lander. I'm starting to wonder, but The fact of the matter is, you've seen that we've been able to use our land in pretty much every game. The deck finds its mana sinks. Tapped land. Ouchie. Oh, we're coming for you. We are coming for you. Frostbite's a card, but I guess it can hit one of these no matter what. And they're about to be on snow permanents. We'll go here. Yeah, we go mess you up. Good game. Epic battle. A true war, if you've ever seen one. And now I have to put it in the video. Because reasons. Because that's a sex number. Dude, can we break out of the clutches of rank 69? So the cringe can stop. No, that's the secret. Never stop the cringe. Never. Usha, usha. An ancient battle. An endless rivalry. Sentinel versus Usha. From game to game, again and again. It's like watching them war each other on repeat. Oh, not the annoying dog. Nope. Nope, ain't doing that. Whoa, leaving up mana. What does that mean? What are you up to? Inscription of Abundance, I'm guessing. But if they had it, they could have fought the Sentinel with the Luminarch. Snakeskin Veil, okay. 2/3. Do what you gotta do, but take 4 while you're at it. Nice. Trolly. Guys, we got trolled. Do you think they have another Veil? Predictions on another Veil. Nope. And that was lethal. Going first matters I think in this endless green versus white battle. Paladin class in the Clarion Spirit into 3s. I don't like this hand very much. But it's on the draw with the Apparition. And it doesn't take any turns off. So it's got some things going for it. If it were on the play, I'd like it a lot better. But I guess that you should just insert that with anything aggro, right? Okay. Paladin class looking bad here. Any 1/1 in the deck. A Code Spell Cleric would have been better there. Tapped land? Okay. Well, they didn't... I guess they have Battlefield Raptor. It's annoying. Are you serious right now? Deck? Excuse me. Deck! I'd like a refund on my Magic the Gathering deck. It seems to be defective. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Like I said, going first matters. A little bit. So, will we find a way or a place to stabilize? They probably take the elite, but I guess we'll see. And now we have no flying presence, so we've got to find one, or we have to get really aggressive. I think it has to be really aggressive. I think we have to be really aggressive. I don't think there's another good way. Our opponent did miss a land drop, and they have the error. So let's go. They could have traded with that Skyclave Apparition if they gave up on their flyer, but they weren't willing to. Just called a prediction that I had a feeling they wouldn't. All right, we've got 4 mana. We've got 2 anthems. We've got 1 already online. They're going to pause one of these. Yeah, I think the no trade by them with the Spellbinder on the Apparition was really bad because they know about the Paladin classes. They know that they're not going to get a better deal. Okay, they're still going in. I don't think they realized what I plan to do. So, Code Spell, Cleric, and Paladin class can hit the battlefield, or we can Anthem. If we Anthem, the opponent's blocks get really bad. All right. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. We're at 10. Get him. Yep, now they don't get to trade with the Apparition and they're chump blocking. 10 to 10. We can power up the Haven next turn. They can't power up their Haven yet. Just because it lights up doesn't mean you should play it. Don't you do it. Don't, no. Shame. 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 Hinata? Poor Hinata. Alright. Cool. Hold the Cleric or play the Cleric? I guess we'll see what our opponent does on turn 1, but I'm definitely keeping the hand. Snow-covered swamp shambling ghast. That's gonna get obnoxious. Maybe I just try to trade for it now. We'll see. I'm not sure. But that is an annoying little critter. We got a Horde Robber. 1/3. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure. And they're offering me the trade. So they really want the treasure? Well, when they offer you something, it's pretty important to decline because they've tipped their hand as to what they want. Paladin class, counter here, attack. Luminarch Aspirant, counter here, attack. I don't like exposing the Luminarch Aspirant while it's a 1/1. Expirant? What? Aspirant. So we're going to play the class and probably level up the class. You don't have Death Touch. I dare you to block. I dare you. He called my bluff. Sometimes you just do things with confidence and you get something for free. I don't know. Like asking for an upgrade when you're on a flight. Or asking for a chocolate shake at the McDonald's. I don't know. Alright, the Bloodchief's Thirst is out of the hand. That could have hit Luminarch Aspirant. The creatures are attacking. This can make a treasure. Ouch. Alright. So mono black treasure patrol over here. What are you gonna do with all that? I might be thinking about sacking their treasure and devouring my intellect. No? Not thinking about that? Didn't cross your mind? Yeah. So like I said before, I want to level up the class so that the -1 from the Ghast can't mess with, say, my Luminarch Aspirant or other creature that I really like. Kind of a wasted attack by the Horde Robber, unless they have something here to give -1 to my code spell. Oh, it's like that, y'all. We've got a Lantern Gamer. I mean, I'll lose 3. Monk of the Open Hand. Clarion Spirit. You want to play both of these as the first spell. Let's hold off on the removal just a little longer. as we try to figure out what our opponent's really getting up to. And now we have a board presence. Wow. Just out of nowhere, baby. The creatures into board wipe strategy strikes again. Man, that is one way to do it. I'm really nervous about this Skyclave Apparition surviving after I hit the Lantern, give them back a 5/5. Second Apparition won't solve the 5/5. So I think I keep losing life. Please don't have another blood on the snow. But if they have a removal spell, we'll probably get it on this Apparition, then we hit the 5/5, and this one's more likely to live. All right, you're on this one card. What does it do? Okay. All right. I see you. I'm not losing to that freaking card. I'm telling you right now. Hell no. Nice sphere, buddy. All right, lethal presented. We are at 7. The Lantern can activate twice. We can go to 1. They draw a land. See? I don't mind losing life. I'll lose life all day. Do I look afraid? Do I look like I care about your pretty Lantern? I don't. I don't. You have untapped it. If they did have an untapped land there, I'd just discard the Aspirant. But this is about sending a message. 1 is not 0. Okay, on the play. Usha, usha. Yeah. Paladin class. I'll show you some class. Wah! Token poop. Classy. Uh-oh. Well, that it would get in my way and must be removed. This card is real, by the way. If you never crafted your Youthful Valkyries, just an uncommon. I don't believe it's actually in the Kaldheim packs. The Angel deck demands respect in this format. Which, good for Angels, you know? Alright, so Starnheim Unleashed or a Doomscar. I hold back nothing. Nothing, Jon Snow. When they play turn 2 creature, I do not in any way respect the Doomscar. Not even a little. Okay. Legion Angel here. Lethal? Check for lethal? How you doing? Check, 1, 2. You dead? Faceless Haven shows up again. As I thought, Starnheim Unleashed. Content has been fire today. I don't think I found a game I can cut. We're actually going to get a nice straight shot. All right, I've played this person before, right? I think I have. Whatever. Usha. A little white on white. This code spell frickin' cleric, man. This card is getting it every step of the way. Black Lotus Pet? Is mono white the new mono red? This is mono white. They play mono white, mono white, mono white. Always putting up a fight. Okay. They do have a bright line pathway on the field. There may be black cards. It may be a bluff. It may just be over. Dominance established. Going first. Epic win. Wento. Farming Wento was a meme on a stream a little while back. Wonder what Wento's jamming these days. Keep. Usha, usha, usha. Lumi Mancy. Nice. Let's get right to it. This is where Portable Hole looks like the greatest card ever printed in Magic the Gathering, when you can just turn to take out an opponent's threat and also pump another creature. Yeah. Yeah, you impressed? What the heck? Nobody can handle the speed rush, the Zerg rush of mono white. And we are back for the post-game wraps, and check it out. Deck brought it. It brought that heat, guys. Let's check the stats powered by Untap.gg. Download link in the description. It supports the channel if you want to try this companion out. It is sweet. I use it for the stats, as we like to show off here in the video. 85% win rate. 11 and 2. 11 and 2. 46 minutes, 25 seconds. Guys, what does an 85%, 11 and 2 win rate get you in top 100 Mythic? Well, we can climb from Mythic rank 72 up to Mythic rank 38. It only took an absurd win rate and 46 minutes, but we brought it to a wide variety of opponents. And when this deck gets to go one drop on the play, a lot of decks aren't equipped to handle it. We're not seeing much Crush the Weak, Draconic Intervention type setups. We're not seeing that many Doom Scars. We're seeing a lot of decks playing to the battlefield because control is incredibly hard to win with in this format because of all the creature lands and because getting the removal combination right. I don't think many people have really figured it out. It's a puzzle I love to solve, so don't worry. Control decks are coming. I know we have control fans on this channel, but we have to cover the threats, I believe, like the enemy, before we cover how to handle it as best we can. I think it's a good logical progression as well. You guys know I don't usually do a ton of aggro content on the channel, so let's get in on it early and identify the decks that are going to be the biggest problems and then find ways to beat them. So what would I change about the deck? I think that there are definitely metas where you can go up to 4 Portable Hole. The card was amazing every single time that I drew it. Paladin class as a 4 of, maybe a bit much. Games where we draw 2 or 3 of them were the hardest to win because you just don't have time to activate all of them in a lot of cases. So this might be a 3. It is a rare, so crafting it might be a stretch for some of you with your wild cards, and I think it's a card you can run 3 or 2 of if you're worried about the wild cards. I don't think you will completely dilute the deck. And you'll be better in the creature matchups if you have more Portable Holes. What I would not do is bring in some of the cards that you'd think would stick in this deck, like Sky Maul and Redain. I don't think those are right for this meta. I think this meta, you have to be rolling the opponent with a wide board. I think that's where white exists in the meta. The go tall and strong is so well held down by mono green and so easily thwarted by the control decks, Prismari Dragons specifically, that I just think you need to avoid that and you need to overwhelm your foe. And it worked really well for us in the video today. You saw just how some people just couldn't handle so much power in so few turns. We never drew the Grandmaster. I still think it makes sense to have one. I don't want to overdraw it because I don't think it's quite on theme, but I like Legion Angel. It's like drawing 3 cards in one when you draw it in the mid game and you're running out of gas because it just fetches up your monks and it has some great utility on its own. In the mana base, I think the mana base is very good as it is. We drew a lot of lands. I think we flooded more than you'd expect with a 24 land deck, but it always felt like we had something to do with our mana, thanks to Paladin class, thanks to Cave of the Frost Dragon and Faceless Haven, thanks to Usher of the Fallen. We just were able to pace ourselves pretty well, and I didn't regret the land count. So this is the way I'd run mono white. Let me know what you think of it, and more importantly, let me know what you think of dark mode CGB here from the camera setup. I'm planning to get some sound panels to cut down the echo, and then I'm planning to maybe get some cool lights to do in the background or something. I don't know. It'll be fun, whatever it is. And if you guys I'll make you a promise right now. If we get to 500 YouTube members, we're currently at like 430. If we get to 500 YouTube members, I'll open the curtain. I'll let you see what's behind the curtain. It's a promise, a CGB promise. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. You stayed till the end. I hope you enjoy the mono white beatdowns or defeating mono white if that's what you were watching it to learn about. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.